Hello everyone, this is Shadoku here once again making another video, and this time I'm just once again, as with these little videos I put on this channel, it's just another thing, just kind of clearing some thoughts in my mind, just speaking from the mind. And yeah, as the title may suggest, or actually the title should be taking care of yourself, both body and mind. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Just me, just kind of talking about why, well, not exactly how, maybe a little tips here and there, but more so, why you should take care of yourself, both your body and your mind. And as I usually do, I'll give a little backstory to why, why I'm making this video. Simply put, I've just been doing some reflecting, mostly tonight, literally just the last week, what, 15, 20 minutes, maybe. I don't know, it just really dawned on me that at least for me, I guess I can really speak for myself right here that I should have taken care of myself a lot more during out my earlier years. No, I say that, but I'm still like what 22 years old right now, so and I think that's in part why it just kind of really dawned on me a little bit more today. Um, yeah, 'cause I don't know. Today I hung out with a friend, pretty cool guy. What's it called? And I guess the subject just came up briefly about like, oh, like, to call like, how do you eat? Which I mean, it sounds a little weird, but I forgot how it came up. But essentially, I just mentioned like, oh yeah, it's not uncommon for me, or uncommon. I think I said uncommon. What the heck? Uncommon for me to what's it called? Not eat until like it's like 2 o'clock p.m. Like an on a usual day. When what's it called? Like, yeah, just doing regular work. That's not too uncommon. No, I've been changing that, but well, before I get to the how I changed that, you describe, yeah, being a work addict, and then and I think I mentioned that before. So I'm not officially diagnosed. I'm just gonna say that right there. But you know, eh, being someone who is addicted to work, it has like kept me up sometimes up to 4 a.m. Sometimes, um, all night, literally. Yeah, that's just what it does. I just sometimes wake up. I think, all right, I gotta get to the next task, and then yeah, even though I do feel hungry, sometimes the hunger just dissipates, and then I just keep working and working, trudging and trudging until until it's the afternoon. I'm like, oh shoot, all right, not eat anything. I might have to do that. That's literally how I think it to myself. I'm like, yeah, I probably should do that. That's probably, saying it like that. Yeah, it's really not that great. And then again, that's just a part of it, like why earlier today just kind of dawned on me. So again, I was talking to my friend, I mentioned that, and he was like, "That's not good at all." I'm like, "Yeah, it isn't. It isn't good at all." And I think another reason why, I guess today of all days, I haven't been taking measures to like improve on that because it is an unhealthy lifestyle. I'm just gonna point blank. It doesn't really take me to admit that for anybody to realize that, but I think today it kind of hit me in a slightly different way in part because at least I was thinking like, yeah, there's other people out there my age, heck, probably even older, who don't have these like things damage to their body, I guess you can say, and to kind of what's it called shoot, kind of elaborate on that. Another thing I was thinking about was well my teeth, because earlier today while I was just hanging around town and stuff like that, I went to go get some Wendy's. I ate the like the $5-6 like biggie bag thing. Yeah, it's pretty good. If you want like a cheap meal deal, like I think the biggie bag is actually pretty good. You get like a hamburger, chicken nuggets, fries, and then drink and stuff like that. It's pretty good. I mean, especially nowadays. But not an ad. Just my recommendation if you wanna save on cash, you want a decent meal. And the burger itself is actually quite good. I do like it as well. But anyway, that's besides the point. Because one thing I did get for my drink was the zero sugar lemonade. Now, and I think typically, I think people should be healthy. At least I make an effort to try to. Ever since I ran the marathon, what's it called? I've been making a lot more effort, thankfully. Um, what's it called? But regardless, what's it called? Over the years, I've not taken care of my teeth, and again, I might sound all over the place. My apologies for that, but I'm just trying to again, I'm just speaking out my mind right now. What's it called? But yeah, I got that not zero calorie, zero sugar lemonade, which was actually quite good. It was quite good. The no sugar never really bothered me. It was just still pretty sweet. I'm assuming they use a sweetener in it. But anyways, I gotta stay on topic. Okay. I got that because my dentist recently stated or said or directed me rather to hold on the sugar, less sugar intake, and of course keep your teeth clean and all that because because my fillings I got a couple years ago or a few years ago rather yeah, they're just I think one of them is like has a fracture or something like that. And I mean, it's not the most terrible thing in the world. Like, it literally is far, far better than it was like pre 2018, 2019. It was, I mean, those days were just terrible. But, while in that dentist appointment, the dentist, made a comparison shot. So she took some pictures of my teeth as they currently are, how they were before. I mean, I guess when she put the implants, the, what's it called? The fillings. And then before the fillings. And I'm just like, wow. Well, at least I took away two things from that. One thing was like, God damn, I was in just terrible shape, before the fillings, like all the way back then. Like I'm just being dead serious. I'm being like dead serious right here. Like it was like my teeth, and there's like a big gaping hole. Like it was just bad. But thankfully, thankfully with her work, and then I thank her greatly for her work. Like she worked wonders. Yeah, add some fillings, direct me, okay, brush like this, and use an electric toothbrush and all that. Which again, another tip from me, if you can, invest in an electric toothbrush. Like, I mean, yeah, sure, you could use like a regular toothbrush. It probably works fine, especially if your teeth are healthy. That's great. But I would definitely recommend an electric toothbrush. At least for me, once I went electric in this sense, there was no going back. Like of course, like time to time, like I forget my charger and stuff like that. I do use the regular one, but like the electric one just cleans so efficiently. Like I just can't see myself going back to a regular toothbrush. But yeah. Anyways, yeah. So she did all that, and for a good while, yeah, my teeth were like better than ever, better than like healthier than they had been in a long time from that up to that point. Like literally can't. Well, I think you should do this. So again, maintain good health with your teeth, or just in general, as is what this video is talking about. Um, yeah, I do remember. Yeah, like around 2019, like somebody just offered me candy, like Skittles or something like that. And usually, I refrain from eating candy in general. That's just not my thing. At least, not anymore. But yeah, I just ate it. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna give it a shot. Ate it like chowing down on it, and I felt nothing. I'm like, wow, it's great. So yeah. So and I still that's mostly the case nowadays. Like if I eat something like a candy, of course, as I mentioned, there is a few fracture, maybe a fracture or two within my fillings. After a while, I might feel a little something like, oh, okay, yeah, I feel a little something there like that. What's it called, like it's hurting. Well, after I brush my teeth, usually, of course, with some special mouthwash and all that, yeah, it's all gone. So why am I saying that? I just mentioned that whole story right there. Why am I saying that? As the video may say, just take care of yourself so you don't have to go through something like that. Simply put, um, of course, at least I don't. In many things in my life, I really don't like pinning responsibility on other people. Like I really don't do that. Maybe even in some cases where you know, um, it is their fault straight up. And this is one of those instances, like it was other people's fault to why my teeth ended up like that, which to me you may sound strange. I guess to give a little timeline, when I first got those feelings, I was like, what, barely getting out of high school, and before then, throughout those years, um, I'm just gonna be simply, I guess, a little blunt right here. The adults in my life did not do me any favors to take care of my health. Again, I'm not trying to pin the blame on anyone. Ultimately, I put it on myself. I should have taken better care of myself in that regard with my teeth. But yeah, I mean, like during the summer of 2015, I was reflecting with my brother, I guess the other day, talking about this very thing. Um, yeah, throughout the summer 2015, going from, I think, yeah, from middle school to high school. Yeah, I guess that whole transitional period. I yeah, during summer I just drank literally soda probably every day that summer. Like I may got some water here and there, but mostly soda and like 7-Eleven pizza and made some like cheap lemonade, like from I don't even know what brand it was. It was just some cheap lemonade. And of course, I probably didn't brush that much as I should have. Probably, and I think that's a safe bet to make. Um, and I do recall during those times where I would wake up and then I would just I walk, I'd be fine. And then like 10 minutes later, I'll like get near fainting. Like everything was like go almost black, and I almost like just fall over. Again, I'm not saying that to again just pin on anyone. I'm just being dead honest. What the situation was and what led me to led my teeth. I guess yeah, my physical health in that sense. Also like just my body in general, just to become what it was during my high school days and stuff. And what eventually led me to how my teeth ended up being in that condition. And also in part again, I should have brushed and just should have taken care of myself a little bit more because what I mentioned about the work addiction thing earlier, or like again, I'm using that word very lightly. I feel I have to reiterate on that because I don't want to like oh look at me, hear me, woe is me or like that, especially in comparison to people who do actually have it. Again, I just want to be very you know what's it called? I want to clarify that. I'm using that word loosely for myself, but again, being as someone who focuses more on work like that, I I just don't think about my health. Nowadays I do a little more, definitely a lot more. But back then, especially throughout high school, that's when it really ramped up because just despite the amount of work that was required of me. Now thinking about it, reflecting on the high school like that, like I don't necessarily regret it because it did lead me to where I am today, and I'm always be thankful for that. But I'm just like, damn, what the heck are these schools doing to these kids? My God, oh my Lord. Um, but anyways, what was I getting at? Okay, I was going to high school. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So throughout high school, I always put more work because it's always like, oh, you gotta prepare for college and all that. You gotta do like these AP exams. Gotta take the AP class. Gotta do these extracurriculars. Gotta do, and then that's just on top of just regular homework and everything, just your regular classes. And for a good while there, I was just like, my body, my health just did not matter. It just complete the work, complete what you have to do, make the people in your life proud, and there you go. And I still distinctly remember like, and a part of this was money issues. I'm just gonna be straight up because like, going back to the whole situation in 2015. The reason I think we got like 7-Eleven pizza, which okay, 7-Eleven pizza is fine, every once in a while. But eating it every day for like a whole summer, I'm tired of that stuff. Like, and especially now it's at $8. I'm like thinking, why didn't we just get Little Caesars pizza? It's literally the same price, and it's quite better. Which not saying much, but it is. Especially now, I think at least over here where I live, like 7-Eleven pizza is just a regular full pizza is like $8, and the Little Caesars one is like 6.50. Like it's literally just there's an obvious choice where you go to the cheaper one that's freaking better quality. Like 7-Eleven is literally quite literally microwave. Like microwave oven, but same difference, I guess. But anyways, okay, tangent. What was I getting at? Oh yeah. So back to the situation. Okay, I ate pizza, then um, yeah, soda and all that. Oh, okay, yeah. So why that was the thing? Yeah, at least I do know in part. 'Cause again, I'm not gonna be ignorant to why things happen the way they were because again, money. It was just hard times. Um, and the only things we could really afford were like I guess meal deals, like literally any meal deals and that we could find, which in part was a really good. That couple of years really taught me, at least for me, how to like search for deals where we like in-app stuff with some of these restaurants, go online for like little deals anything like that. And I don't know, it's just stuff that I just taught myself like that to just find anything to save money. Um, well, what's it called? shoot. Okay, yeah. So yeah, part why we just got that stuff, why we got that soda, which again I actually should specify that soda that I did drink throughout the summer was either from the meal deal from like McDonald's or something. That was like a $20 deal. It's a family deal. Like you got like four McDoubles, four chickens, four boxes of like chicken nuggets, I think, and what's it called? And like four sodas. I think I want to say they're like medium sodas. I want to say they're medium sodas. Um, and what's it called? Oh shoot, trying to think. Oh yeah, I don't know why I'm getting lost in my thoughts right now. But anyways, so yeah, $20. It was a family deal, fed everyone, and yeah. But of course, McDonald's ain't the healthiest thing. I shouldn't have to say, yeah, I think it's pretty obvious. The soda we did get, I guess the other type of soda that I did drink was this Shack soda. Like I don't even know how to describe it. It was like this Shack cream soda. I think there was like a grape cream. I think an orange cream. I forget which one I liked. There's one specific one that I did like a little more. But yeah, that I drank that. Okay, I think we used to get it from either the church or the freaking what's it called, the food bank. And then yeah, they just gave that to us like, oh here, you want this, it's yours. And then like okay, and that was the drinks. And then yeah, and that's just yeah. But again, okay, the whole reason why I even said that, yeah, I just why you know. But regardless of all that, I still should have taken better care of myself. I guess in my teeth right there. I should have probably brushed more. Should have frankly demanded a toothbrush. I'm just being honest there. I should have said, hey, I need this toothbrush. I need this thing. We need something better food than what we are getting right now because this is not healthy at all. But I was complacent, and that's that. What else? And yeah. Oh, I should mention my back as well. I think since middle school, um, I was required to carry a few heavy books, throughout like on my like backpack. So yeah, most of it for studying, because again, at least for me, like I always try to be focused on my studies and all that. What's it called throughout school? Certainly get a lot. They get better throughout high school. I think you could say. I think just rarely because like I got older. Just better upper body strength. To carry the books and just generally, I think yeah, I talked to my teachers at the time, and they're like, yeah, they offered to, that I could leave my book in the class, and then they're like, okay, you could leave it there, and then when you take it, just take it, and I'm like, oh, thanks. So that was definitely helpful. But yeah, in middle school, yeah, they physically did have lockers, but they didn't allow us to use them. I think because they said it was a fear that kids were gonna like leave drugs in there or something like that. At least that was the only explanation I ever gotten. But yeah, I wish those lockers were available to use. I would use them to but the stuff that I didn't want to carry, but had to carry it. So anyways, that's the point. And I do remember like going back home and seeing these like high school kids, I think, and then they just talked to me and like they looked at me and they're like, oh, like again, I wasn't that big of a kid. Like even now, I'm like a below average size for like a guy. But what's called? They didn't even tell me like, hey, what are you doing? You're just like dragging this big bag. Like what's up with that? And I told them we'll have to carry these books back home. And then they grabbed it. They're like, oh my god, what the hell is like bricks in here? And then yeah, and again, thinking back on all that, I'm like, what the hell? But anyways, I bring that up because I think that was the start of me, frankly, hurting myself with my back. Now, Frank, okay, I'm also going to be honest. Yeah, like throughout the years, just working again, mostly and with schoolwork and everything, that requires you to sit down a lot. Um, that probably wasn't that great for my back either. Especially now that I'm planning to be like an illustrator, writer, and everything. I gotta focus on my back work because I'm gonna be sitting down a lot. Unless I get one of those stand up desks, which I wouldn't mind, but well, yeah. But anyway, that's besides the point. Yeah. So I dropped that ever since middle school, since like sixth grade. I just did that, and again, I always just yeah, throughout the years, even then when I did have some back pain when I was that young, I always kind of brush it off. Even when family members would say, "Hey, something wrong with you," I said, "No, no, 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 it's fine." I always brush it off. Um, but anyways, I think that's most of it. Um, yeah, I think that's most of it. I just want to get that. Okay, that's all the backstory. This is already a 20-minute video, but if you're here, it's still listening this long, thanks for that. And well, mostly, I guess it's just again, just me trying to give some word of advice. Again, take care of your body. And hopefully if you listen to what I just said and that kind of scares you, well, hopefully it scares you in the good way. It scares you in the way in the sense like, I don't want to be like that guy. Don't be like me. Don't be like me in that sense. Like, being like not taking care of yourself. And again, just take care of yourself. Because now, again, getting back to the whole dentist thing. The dentist, like when I went to go for a checkup a few weeks ago, she was like, okay, they asked for sugars, but because the way the fillings are, the way they're aging right now, I'm gonna need, I think, oh my god, I don't know what the hell was it called. Actually, I could pull up my phone right here. I wrote it down. It basically it's like another type of filling. It's this thing where like basically they create a um onlay. I think that's what it's called, an onlay. Yeah, it's basically when they create a replica of what would be your tooth. Let me see. Only something referred as a partial crown is made by a professional dental laboratory and is permanently cemented to your tooth by your dentist. Only can be used like cover. Yeah. So basically, what's it called? Yeah, as is described there. Um, I guess what's it called? It's like a stronger filling, at least as far as I can tell. Like of course you got your filling for cavities like that. They put it in, boom, you're done. But then you got like onlays like this. Some like from at least from what I can tell, basically a stronger version of that, and it's permanently welded into your tooth as you described. I just literally did a quick Google search right now. So that's needed, and it was always something that was gonna be needed. My dentist told me that a few years ago, like, oh yeah, eventually down the line we're gonna do this. I'm like, okay, but then again, she showed the before and after pictures, like, oh, where your teeth were before and after, and I just thought to myself, like, man, like I'm barely 22 years old, and this is already happening. You know, yeah. Again, with my back, barely 22 years old, and you're already having back problems. And again, it's not too uncommon, at least with kids, at least nowadays I can tell. Especially when you're not, like, especially when you're like playing electronics. Well, at least I'm mostly using computer. I don't play games too much nowadays, but again, that's besides the point. Um, yeah, yeah. So all this to say, if you're still young, like about my age, or even a little older, or even if you're younger, no matter what your age you are now, like just take care of your body. Like don't like brush your teeth. If your doctor or dentist tells you to do something, do it. It's very important. If something it's not healthy for yourself, like people are like giving you candy or who knows what, be like, no, I don't want it. Even if it's just some other stuff like smoking or who knows what, like that don't smoke. I mean, everybody's got their own thing how to de-stress and all that. You know what I mean? Go do you, I guess. But like, word of advice, don't smoke. And thankfully, I could say I have never smoked. At the very least, I could say I'm thankful for not picking that up. Um, yeah, yeah. Like I don't know, like the very few times I ever do go through like a cloud of smoke, like what's it called? Like when other people's like smoking a cigarette. Like literally, like I try not to breathe it, but by the off chance I do breathe it, like my lungs feel like they're on fire. Like it's just terrible. Like the fact that people purposely breathe in that stuff, to me, that's absolutely insane. Like what the hell? But anyways, yeah. Again, this is just me, just kind of like here, just making a video, just kind of me sharing those stories, kind of hopefully yeah, just so hopefully you guys can like learn from me, learn from my mistakes, how I didn't take care of myself throughout those years, and and what it caused and what it ended up doing. Now, okay, that was mostly doom and gloom right there, I guess you could say, but there is an upside to it. An upside to it is it is fixable. thankfully, as far as I can tell, I probably should get an MRI. I probably should, or at the very least, an X-ray for my back. But yeah. Actually, I'll work on that. I will work on that probably by the end of the year. But what's it called? Shoot, what the hell was I saying? I keep doing that. Take care of yourself. Doctor, back, teeth. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, so the good news is this is all like treatable. Earlier this year, I went to a back doctor using my university insurance and going with a $20 copay. Yeah, I was able to go to an orthopedics center in my college town, and yeah, I was able to do some exercises weekly. I probably should up those to twice a week. I think I want to do that twice a week. And what's it called? Um, yeah, and just keep doing those exercises. And yeah, and I will say, thankfully, ever since doing those exercises, my back has been in a lot better shape. But mostly my upper back. I probably need to work on my lower back a little more now. What's it called? Yeah, my back has been very straight, and thankfully, at least with the orthopedics doctors, um, diagnosis, just like trying to like check my back. It's mostly just stiffness. My muscles are just a little stiff. I just need some loosening and straightening, at least from what she can tell. And yeah, so at least in that end, I'm thankful. It's just that it's not like a slip disc or anything. And yeah, it's treatable. I just gotta be consistent with the exercises and just work on myself, just watch myself. Yeah, just do that. What's it called? With the teeth, at the very least, it's again, it is that onlay can be welded to there to my teeth, and then yeah, as long as I take care of them, it should be as good as new. And even my eyes, like my eyes, I do wear glasses. I think that's a part because I use a lot of electronics throughout my younger years. Um, Again, another way I should have taken better care of myself. But again, thankfully, I have glasses. I have insurance that's able to pay a decent chunk. It should pay more, frankly. Oh my God, American insurance. But anyways, so at least on that end, yeah, I do have glasses. I know a website that can provide them at a fairly cheap price, a lot cheaper than a lot of these glasses places. So yeah, and also got eye contacts as an option. Again, thankful for that as well. I don't um, yeah, and again, it's not all doom and gloom. It's all treatable, and at least that's what I'm very thankful for. It's just not stuff that's, at least for the most part, isn't permanently gonna follow me. At least not too much in negative light. Like yeah, permanently, my teeth are screwed up. Straight up. Yeah, like I will never have a full natural set of teeth. Like there's gonna be some with like few fillings in there, quite significant fillings. And again, it's just something you learn to live with. My back, again, as long as I treat myself fine, of course, the pain. Even right now, I feel a little inking in the lower back right now. Um, you know, at the very least, it'll be better. And my eyes, again, I wear glasses. I've adjusted them for years at this point. Yeah, they're good. Yeah, it's fine right there. Um, so yeah, so at least on the bright side, I do feel that at least for most cases, right, for many things in life, there is usually at least a net positive. Yeah, at least it teaches me a lesson to just take care of myself a little more, despite me wanting to do a mega ton of things in my life and me wanting to achieve those things, and again, just wanting to work a lot. Like it's even like 1:45 right now. I did take a rest earlier, but I should get back to sleep soon. Oh God. Shoot, what the heck I was gonna say? Yeah, just at the very least, this is something that's not. As long as I take care of myself, it's not gonna negatively impact me, in the long run. And at the very least, I'm also thankful that it really is not as bad as I could have been. Worst case, I could be blind. I want my sight. I want again, I want to draw and write. So what's it called? So yeah, I'm thankful that at least I can still see the world. Thankfully, like I said, I haven't smoked, so my lungs are still healthy. still fine. I'm thankful for that. My back, it could be a lot worse. I could have a slipped disc, or heck, probably not even. I could be paralyzed, but I'm not, so I'm thankful for that. And my teeth, yeah, I could not have any teeth at all, but I do still have my teeth, and for the most part, they're healthy, and I can still eat fine. So at least in all that, and I'm still, I think a little below average, but it could be a lot worse. So at least I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful at least it's not in a state where it's unrepairable. And at the very least, I could still say at least once in my life, I'm planning to do it again, but at least once in my life, I did run the marathon. It was during my senior year. I joined the running team and all that. And hey, even throughout my back problems, even throughout my teeth problems and all that I mentioned earlier before, I still ran the marathon. And if I could do that then, if I keep up my health, I could probably do it a lot better next time. Yeah, I want to do that. I want to do that. You know. But yeah. So on the bright side, again, all this to say, take care of yourselves. Listen to my story and listen to that. What I just said. Again, it is not like a woe is me story. I'm not trying to have anybody feel sorry for me. Frankly, don't feel sorry for me. um, you know, even I don't feel sorry for me, and I don't mean that like in a good or bad way. It's just a simple fact. It's just like, it is what it is. But what's it called? Yeah, I hope you listen to that. I hope you just your takeaways, like, you want to take care of yourself, and live a longer, healthier life. At the very least, don't experience any health complications this early into your life. And and hey, just being healthy there's literally no negatives to that. Being healthy, actually, there's a lot more positives. You don't have to spend any money on like medical bills, like dental bills and all that. That's always a plus. Plus in your bank account. Huh? See? I see what I did there. It's a terrible pun, or I don't even know what I was trying to do there. But yeah, take care of yourself there. Just take care of your body in general. Take care of your mind. Again, the whole work addiction, it was not great for my mental health, just in general with sleep and everything. Maybe I should just make this take care of yourself, because I didn't really talk too much about your mind, but I think at the very least some of it was implicit. At least I think, but yeah, I think I'll make that the title video now. Just take care of yourself, just simply blanks. Um, but then again, I think people might get the wrong idea if I just title it that. So I'll title it something that's not going to get people like the wrong impression, like, oh, I'm gonna do something. No, I'm not. I'm sticking here for the long haul, for forever, as long um as humanly possible. But yeah, that's all I really want to say. Just just me thinking about all that, and me wanting to yeah, just share it. And just just take care of yourself, guys. I've said that a whole bunch of times in this video, but truly take care of yourself, take care of your body, take care of your mind, take care of your back, teeth, your limbs, lungs, eyes. Take care of everything, because you only got, unless you can afford a transplant, which majority of people don't, or can't rather. Yeah, you're not gonna get a second pair of teeth. You're not gonna get another pair of eyes. You're not gonna get another back. Just take care of the one you got now, and then just work at it to make sure you are the best health you can be. It's not easy for everyone. I'm just gonna be blunt right there. It's not easy. Again, a few years ago, I kind of had like a little to no choice but to drink the soda and all that, and eat McDonald's and who knows what. But so I understand if it's gonna be hard for some people. But to the best of your ability, be healthy, and both mentally and physically, and just do your best in that regard. Just do your best, and yeah, that's what I really gotta say there. But yeah, so I guess with that, yeah, I should end the video before I ramble on. So thank you for watching, or rather, thank you for listening. Thank you for hearing what I have to say. And what's it called? Yeah, just thanks for sticking this long, and I hope this video helped you in any way. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Once again, thank you very much. I hope you sincerely do take care of yourself. See ya.